When did you realize your coworker's weird behavior was actually trauma? My supervisor Janet at the marketing firm has this rule that her office door must stay open during any one-on-one meetings with male employees or clients. Not just cracked open, fully open with clear sightlines to the hallway. She also insists on having a female colleague present during any after-hours work sessions, performance reviews, or client dinners that run late. At first, I thought she was being overly cautious about workplace harassment, which seemed smart given all the corporate scandals you hear about. But then I noticed it was more than caution. During team building events, she'd physically position herself so she was never alone with male coworkers. And our client presentation ran until 8 p.m., and it was just her and Tom from accounting left in the conference room. She literally stood in the doorway until I came back from the bathroom. The behavior escalated to the point where she started recording important meetings on her phone, always announcing it first. For accuracy purposes, she'd say. Some of the guys started making jokes about her trust issues and feminist paranoia. During a happy hour, I heard they'd started calling her Janet the tape recorder behind her back. It made me furious, but I didn't know enough to defend her properly. Everything changed during our Chicago conference trip. We were supposed to present to a major client the next morning, but Janet's laptop crashed with all our presentation files. The only backup was on the conference room computer, which required security access after 10 p.m. Building security said they needed to escort us individually for safety reasons. When Janet realized she'd be alone with the male security guard, she had what I can only describe as a panic attack. She was hyperventilating in the hotel lobby, telling me to just cancel the presentation. "We can't lose this client over a crashed laptop," I said. That's when she broke down and told me everything. 3 years ago, Janet was a marketing director at a pharmaceutical company. During a late client dinner, a male executive from their biggest account cornered her in a hotel elevator and sexually assaulted her. She reported it immediately, but the company's investigation focused more on protecting their contract than finding the truth. They questioned whether she'd been leading him on. They suggested she might be misremembering the encounter due to stress. The executive claimed she'd initiated everything and threatened to pull his company's business if she wasn't fired. Despite having witnessed testimony about her distressed state after the incident, Janet was eventually laid off during restructuring 6 months later. "I never want to be in a position where it's his word against mine again," she told me through tears. Re-recording every open door, every witness, it's insurance against someone deciding I'm expendable. The next morning, I presented our materials myself while Janet coached me via phone from the hotel room. Our client was so impressed with our tag team approach that they signed a 2-year contract extension. Back at work, I became Janet's unofficial ally. When the guys made jokes about her paranoia, I shut them down immediately. Janet's protocols have helped us avoid 3 potential HR situations this quarter alone. Maybe the rest of you should take notes. I also started volunteering to be her witness for important meetings, not because she asked, but because I understood that her weird behavior was actually trauma management that allowed her to keep excelling at her job while protecting her peace of mind.